What's up, YouTube? We're back again with this truck. This is the 2016 Silverado C71, and we have it sitting on steelies now. We removed the other wheels because it was sitting much higher, and since we are going to be removing the engine, we didn't think that the cherry picker would be able to pull it up or out, since it was a bit higher than where it sits now. And if you guys seen our last video on this truck, we explained what happened to this engine. So basically we have to remove it and replace it. And what we're going to start doing today is we are going to start disconnecting and removing all the harnesses, hoses, and everything from around the engine, and then unbolting it from the bell housing and the torque converter, and then pulling it out as a one whole unit. So I think for right now, what I'm gonna get to doing is pulling all these plugs off out of the way. Anything that's on this side, we're gonna start disconnecting and removing and setting it aside. I'm not sure if we're gonna remove the radiator. Kind of looks like we will have to, but I'm not sure yet. So it has a hole on this side of the engine, so that's basically why it has to come off. This intake tube is gonna come out. We're gonna try to remove this, and like I said, everything from around the engine. It's kind of hot out, so we're gonna try to do this as quick as possible. We do have the other engine on the stand, but we do need the intake, and we need a couple of things from this engine for the other one. Also, the accessories have to go from this one to the other one. We're going to disconnect this lower radiator hose to get the coolant out. See if I can get to that right there. We're just gonna have a bucket down here, catch as much as possible, so then that way we could get to the other side, remove the radiator hoses from there. I'm hoping that we won't have to pull out the radiator, but kind of seems like there's very little space right here. The engine still has to go forward and out. The AC compressor, for sure, we're gonna leave that on the truck. The alternator and all that has to come out with it. So while that is still draining into the bucket, we're gonna start removing these heater hoses up here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it with this one, probably not. See if I can do it with this. So basically, yeah, I'm gonna get to these two and then get to the hose up here at the reservoir. We're gonna try to remove this whole thing out of the way because it goes up to the water pump, to the reservoir, and to the radiator, and it just has these two clips up here in the front. We decided to take off the electric fans, and we took off all the hoses, all these connectors on this side. Now we gotta do that side and the headers on this side on the AC compressor. I think this should be enough room to pull out the engine. It cleared up more space. I got the intake manifold off, and there's a bunch of water in here. See how this is water? You could even hear the water in there. See if I could show you guys real quick. You can hear it. See, I'm gonna try to pick it out and put it right on the floor. See all that? So we basically got the engine down to this. We still got to remove that part of the harness from the back and from under the truck. We're gonna take off the skid plate so we can get to the harness down here. So now we're taking off the two rear ground bolts, size 13, to be able to pull this shit off. And we got the AC compressor out. It's a bolt right there, the long bolt, and then there's a nut right there on that stud, and you have to slide the compressor forward. And that belt is a stretch belt or some shit like that, so we just cut that off for now because we didn't rotate the harmonic balancer. And after those two bolts, we're gonna do ¿Qué nos falta?
The bell housing?
Oh, the bell housing, the torque converter bolts, and the headers. We actually already took them off from the V-bands on both sides. And then the motor mounts, and then this engine should come out, hopefully. And we could remove the headers from here, easy access. We're just gonna try to pull the whole thing out like that, as one whole thing, maybe. Hey, should we pull out the headers, wait?
Okay,
then we're gonna pull out the headers right now, I guess. So good thing we have the plug right here. Just gonna unplug it and then remove it. Let's see if I can get to this O2 sensor. Got it. So this one's off. Now I have to remove all those little clips from there. And then there's 2, 4, 5 bolts, and they'll come off. We were gonna get these ceramic coated, or what's that, like jet hot coating on it, but this whole truck is open from here, so I think there's really no point of that, because there's no heat trapped in here. I mean, there might be like a slight difference in temperature, but for the most part I think it's not a big deal. So once we get these headers off and we start doing the bell housing, I'll put you guys back on, and hopefully we can pull this engine in the next couple of days, because we still have the Lightning that we're working on. We gotta get that engine to the machine shop. Luego viene youtubero, ¿verdad, güey?
Andas mixeando cosas ahorita, pendejo.
I know.
The Lightning, Silverado, then.
Too many projects
So
going
just
on.
focus on one.
We got the engine out, and you can see right there, there's some water in there. Oh, I mean we got the headers out, and you can see that there's some water in there. And there might be some water in here as well. And we still got to get to all these connectors right here on the side, the ground, and then there's these 2 sensors. And then the motor mount bolts are right there. So this is where the engine is cracked. See that piece right there? So we pretty much got everything disconnected and removed. We only need the bell housing bolts and the torque converter bolts, and this engine should be able to come out. So this is what the space without the radiator in here. And we were gonna remove all the accessories and stuff, but then that means we have to take off the harmonic balancer as well to clear up more space, and we didn't feel like doing that. So we're just gonna pull it out complete with all the accessories still on there. And so all we have to do, like I said, is remove the bolts from back there. There's a couple of sensors on this side, on the lower back part, and then on this side as well. It's been a couple of weeks, and today we're actually gonna get in and disconnect the bell housing bolts and the torque converter bolts and the motor mount bolts, and then everything should come off. We just gotta air up the rear tire to be able to fit in there. We're also gonna delete that pump right there while we're at it. We ended up removing the bolts for the bell housing, but not the torque converter, because the engine won't rotate. So we're gonna try to put it out with the torque converter still on. I don't know if there's any more bolts back here, but I really doubt it. Yeah, it kind of doesn't seem like there's anything up here, so it should come out. Hopefully. Thing looks like it's out of the way. We just gotta get these bolts. There's like 3 of them, 3 on each side. We're gonna pull it out with the motor mounts and everything. Taking off these 2 coil packs to be able to pull this out. We got those header bolts. Well, not header bolts, but we found some bolts that fit right there on the header bolt. We got the chain on, so we're gonna pull it out. Oh shit, that harness right there también tiene una ploga, güey. Acá está. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, but ahorita que lo alzamos. We were able to get it out. Now we just gotta pull it off. It was stuck and we were missing the bolt on the other side. You can't see it, but there's one here, right in the middle, and there's another one right there. We had to reach it from the top. Now we're just gonna pull it out like that. Dale.
What?
Yeah, go up. Okay, hold on.
That's right.
These lines. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it.
Okay.
Never mind.
But yep.
¿Ya despegó?
Ya despegó, nomás que como está de bajadita ahí atrás, güey. Hold on, let me see. No, you're good. Oh. Hold on.
They're making pressure. I had to drop it.
Okay, drop it a little bit. It might be on the AC compressor, with, but that shit slipped all the way in. Okay, fuck. No, wait, no, lift it. The transmission shaft is still into the torque converter. Hopefully we don't mess that up, but we're gonna have to pull forward. Ahí está bien. Okay, ahí está bien. This thing is taking longer than it should because of the torque converter. So we're gonna have to remove this whole front piece so we could swing the condenser out of the way a little bit to clear the accessories, which we didn't clear the accessories. I mean, we didn't remove the accessories earlier because either way the harmonic banister was still gonna be on there because we can't get that off. And the engine's also cracked on this side. I'll show you guys once we pull it out. We pretty much have it all the way out. See right there, the torque converter still needs some more room to clear. You can see right there, it's broken there, and all this is cracked right there. The whole piece is cracked. It's broken right there, and that's why it wouldn't rotate. I have to pull it out like this. It's also broken right here. We're gonna try to keep all these sensors because I think the other engine doesn't come with it. And we're gonna get to these flywheel bolts right now. We got the engine in the garage and we're just gonna go ahead and start tearing it down and assembling the other engine, which is right here, stock 5.3. We're just not gonna record that because it's gonna take some time. We're not gonna work on it tomorrow, and this video's been going on for like recording this actual video has been going on for like about 2 months now. The truck's been sitting for like over a year, like a year and a half. So we're just gonna upload this just so you guys can see that we pulled the old engine out and we're putting in that used 5.3. And once we start dropping it in, that's when we're gonna put you guys back on. And then we'll give you guys a cold startup probably, and hopefully we're done with this. I'd say maybe like within a week, depends how fast we get to it. So make sure to check us out on Instagram at Yonke_OXC films. We post a whole lot more on there constantly, pretty much every day, and we'll catch you on the next one.